Ah, well, attempt to, because audio scuff. I hate to call it scuff. You know what I mean? Even though it was a bad attempt. Yeah, scuff. I'm invoking scuff. Yeah, yeah. It was just really quiet. I don't know. I think it's because this is a solo, or it's single cast. They don't like cast from one direction, so omnidirectional. This video will just be about, I guess, loneliness, self-imposed isolation, hikikomori people. Um, Not really going into it too much. No family, no friends. Is that gonna be on my? Yeah, go away. If that was on my screen the entire time, I'd have been annoyed with that. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have been because it doesn't matter. I can never focus on anything. I also never have concrete points. Over the years, over most of my life, I've only had like maybe one, two people, like one friend maybe, and then like one family member for the most part. So I'd always kind of been isolated. It actually got really bad to a point where it was like for I think it was like 7 years or something where I just like didn't really talk to pretty much anyone. Like I would occasionally talk to like my friend or my grandpa, but other than that, I wouldn't really speak to anyone. It actually made my language skills like really bad. I for a while just couldn't speak very well. I would like constantly stutter when I would go to speak and stuff. Yeah. Make sure. I mean, I used to kind of, I wouldn't call it talk to myself. I would just say talking out loud or something. Kind of just like, practice speaking. Uh, so you don't lose that skill. You might be surprised to find out that if you don't speak for a while, you're not going to speak very well. I don't speak very well in general, but just you'll have a lot more trouble. Like, I don't know, like forming the words and stuff. Everything is just more difficult if you don't talk. But for quite a long time now, like I've been by myself, like mostly off and on, but mostly by myself. um, my ex, I was with her for like a year, and that was the only person I'd ever like spent much time with since I guess like 2016. That was the last time I actually spent time with like my grandpa or whatever. So since then, I've pretty much just totally been by myself. It was like a year with my ex, and then like maybe 8 months with my cousins or so. And one thing that I will say, I guess it depends for everyone, but I really like the peace and quiet of being by myself. Like, if I stop moving, stop doing everything, the only thing you hear is my supercomputer. But, yeah. So, I don't know. I enjoy the peace and quiet of it. Um, but at the same time, it can be too much. Like, just constantly being, by yourself, not having anyone to talk to or anything like that. So just ways that I've kind of learned to deal with it over the years. Just try and have something playing. Like I'm constantly watching YouTube or, uh, yeah, usually watching YouTube, TV, just anything. I always have something kind of going or music. Like I don't really like silence. Like I like silence, but at the same time, I generally don't even have silence. I always have some like talking or something going on. I try and always stay busy. Like, just if I have nothing to do and then I'm just focusing on the bad things or focusing on, being alone. Like, you have to do everything by yourself. Like, you have to come up with your own strategies and everything. Like, anything that you're gonna do, you have to do by yourself. Moving, just things like that. You just have to come up with different things. Uh, People have been pretty cruel to me, I guess, over the years for the most part. I'm no peach, dude. I'm mean to people. I have, I've learned as I grew up, but I also have, you know, had so many horrible things happen that like I'm just not to be played with anymore, and I don't really have too many nice things for people. Like if you're old, Like if you're like an old person, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. I'm generally very kind to old people. But other than that, I'm like, get the, I don't know, hey, bro, I got to do. Like, you know what I mean? Mind your own business. Yeah. You know, like I said, just try and have something going. Try and always be busy doing something. Try not to focus on, being alone, I guess. If that bothers you too much, like, again, mine's in many ways self-imposed. Because trust issues and just different things. Like, nobody ever has the same hobbies as me. It's the same thing with relationships. Like, I can't find the people that do the same things as me. And then as far as like online space and relationships, like if you can find friends online and things that you do, that's probably what you want to go with. I again just have not had much luck with that. I've never really been able to engage with people for any like long period of time. Yeah. I don't know. It's never like, all right, dude. Every two, like, we're always gonna be playing at this time, and like, we're doing this and that, and like, I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's difficult. Like not having anyone to talk to. Like imagine if you thought you had a great idea or you're having a horrible time and you just wanted to like tell someone about it. You're like, ah, dude, you just can't do that. You kind of just have to like get the look within, right? You have to just pull from within and be strong. You know, stay busy. Don't let yourself drive yourself up a wall about it. If you can't find friends or people to be around or just what have you, it could be your fault. Yeah, it's bad to say, but you also have to live in reality, right? Um, but also it could just be, circumstances. Like sometimes things just work out the way they work out, right? Like it is what it is. Like for me, it's somehow vastly easier for me to find like a romantic relationship than it is for me to find like a homie. Like I don't know. I look cute to middle-aged women versus I'm not. I don't know where I would find. Well, actually, I probably do. I could probably just go to like the card shop or something really stupid and just like wherever the Magic the Gathering dudes are. I don't know. Nobody's like me. Um, I don't know. Like I said, there's ways and strategies and things to make friends, but I'm very awkward. Like anytime I'm in like a forced situation or anything, I'm like, I'm sweating and like I just make myself nervous. Like earlier when I was doing my attempts at this, I I, I just couldn't figure out what to focus on for like a moment, or I couldn't come up with like something to say, or and I just I was like almost instantly sweating, and it's already hot in this room because I closed the door. I'm running air conditioning in another room that I'm not even feeling it. You know what I mean? So bad. You're running. I was thinking about I'm wasting money and I'm not even wasting it in a way that I can use it currently. Yeah. Yeah. Just try and not focus on it too much, or try and find outlets. Try and find friends in the things that you do if you can. If that doesn't work for you, like I say, just try and find hobbies. Try and find things to focus on. Like that's something I notice with people that you'll see people at work and you're just like all they have is work, so they're not gonna quit until they're like forced to retire because that's all they have. You have to find hobbies. Like you just have to find stuff to do. You gotta find things to do. Like I'm constantly driving myself insane and overwhelming myself with having way too much crap to do. Yeah. I'm considering getting back into an old game, and I don't even play with controller anymore. But if I'm gonna play Elder Scrolls Online, then I'm gonna have to be busting people out there, on the battlefield. Like I gotta use the sticks. which every other game, first person shooters, any other game, I can use the normal thing. I have an MMO mouse, but like it 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 doesn't have the power. Like it's fine for World of Warcraft, but Elder Scrolls Online is a different beast. Uh, I can't be I can't be caught out there with potato fingers. It ain't good. I keep looking at myself. I have myself up on my monitor. I have the option where it's like when I start the recording or whatever, it's just gonna show what it's gonna show, on the cam on my screen. So I'm looking at myself like an idiot. Yeah. I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to make it overly drawn out, but loneliness is something. I feel like a lot of it's just like a mental battle. Like you kind of have to like overcome it however you can. Like you have to learn to live in silence. Like you have to learn to be at peace, with yourself to some degree. And yeah, just try and like fill the space. Just because you're by yourself doesn't mean you never can talk or say anything. Like again, I'm sure people think I'm like kind of weird and this and that because I do like talk out loud. Like I will say what I'm thinking in my head out loud at times, like to nobody, or even sometimes I'll just talk crap to myself. Like, oh, I have to like keep, you know, some degree of being able to speak to people. Like even now, like I put my foot in my mouth so hard, like when I go to talk to people, because it, I don't know, I did this to myself, I'm sure, but like I'll be talking and in my head I'll know exactly what I mean, but then when I say it to someone, it's like they're gonna have no idea what I mean. Why would they have any clue what I mean? It's bad. So practice your conversation skills. If you think you're gonna have to talk to people, try not to be overly weird about it. Like, don't be like, I have no friends. I can't talk to anyone. Nobody likes me. Like, don't lead with that. Um, I'm actually fairly, I guess, like if you were to talk to me or whatever, fairly likable in real life. Like, I don't know. People don't seem to hate me unless they get on my bad side or they're like with me, and then I start with them, and then it never, yeah. So, you know, like I said, it's just so much of it is a mental game. Like, you have to find things to focus your time on. Like, if you were just sitting around all the time thinking about, like, well, I need a friend, and I need, it might not go well for you. You have to just, like, be yourself, be as happy as you can be. Fill that time. Like, don't feel like you have to be alone. Like, I could go outside right now and just start trying to talk to people. I live in the country, like the backwoods, so like it actually wouldn't be that weird for me to go out there and do that. But for you, like depending on where you live, like I don't know. I think of it as a weird thing. Like I've always lived mostly in like city-ish areas, so to just like run up on someone and just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" is like weird to me. But yeah, out here it would be totally fine. Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely strange too. Like it's strange to be constantly surrounded by people but never have anyone to talk to. It is weird. Um, yeah. I don't know that this is gonna help anyone. This is actually better than my first attempt, which you're probably like, how bad was the first attempt? And it was rough. I was actually sweating. I'm not even sweating right now. I'm actually feeling pretty chill because I haven't like stressed myself out to the point where I'm like, I don't have points. I can't talk. Even though I've reiterated the same thing a few times, I at least am not like feeling as stupid as I felt earlier. Yeah. Like my memory and stuff. Like if you're someone who's watched multiple of my videos for some reason, my memory and stuff is just like so bad. Like I imagine doing the exact same thing like a year later. Like, imagine making the exact same mistakes and or just imagine having the exact same problem and not remembering how you solved it last time, so you have to make the exact same mistakes that you made the first time and the second time and the third time until you figure it out. That sucks. It sucks. um I guess just to add to the, like, you know, whatever you want to call it, most of the time I don't look at people. When I'm outside and stuff, I try not to, like, look at people because I suffer from, I guess, jealousy, or I think people have better lives than they do, or I don't know. I just, yeah, I try not to look at people or focus on people. I try and just, like, mind my own business and stay in my own lane. That's another thing, I guess. It's just like a general overarching thing. You cannot compare yourself to other people. When you start comparing yourself to other people, you're in trouble. And that's not to say that you can't look at what other people have done and maybe expect better things from yourself, but you can't be, you can't, it'll eat you alive, right? Like, if you're focused on what everyone else has going on, it will just eat you alive. You have to be your own person. You have to find your own way. It's your path. It's not, nobody else can do it for you. Like, you're gonna have to figure that out. So sometimes these videos are just, like, almost titled to myself as self-help. Not that I even watch half of them back. Occasionally I do. Sometimes I'll throw it on my TV out there, just like the drifting videos. Just see what they look like. Yeah. Or just see what the audio quality's like. See if it's absolutely potato. It does seem to be potato. Like, when I watch stuff out there on my TV, I have to turn it up to, like, 20. And then when I go to watch something else, like, right after, I have to turn it back down to, like, 8. That's bad. Hopefully it comes out better today in some way. I might do 2 of these back to back, just because I do need to come out with a video for. Oh god, that's gonna be horrible for you. A video for tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna attempt to play games. Like, I don't know. I have a million things I want to do. I'm constantly overwhelmed by the amount of things that I need to do. Yeah, it's rough. Like, anytime I want to do anything or I think about doing anything, I'm just like, oh god, that's gonna take me 500 hours, and yeah, and I want to do it right now, but I don't have enough time. Well, I can't do it right now, so I have stuff to do, work, and you know, general pains in the butt things, like trying to get my e-brake taken back and all types of things. But peace out. If you watch this far, comment potato. Like, I would get, like, a good laugh out of that if someone actually watched this far and commented that. Like I said, most of these are just, like, BS things, and I'm just throwing different things out. Like, I don't know. It's almost like I can't even tell what this is, right? Like, this is a video diary of, you know, someone who's not here anymore, or this is like something I'll watch in 10 years and feel perspective about, or I never know. Like, I never know what this is. It's just like something I'm working on right now. It's like everything else. I'm working on a million different things. Like, but that's not true. I'm working on various different things all the time, and I don't know what this is. I don't know what I want out of this. I think it sounds stupid after I just said the isolation thing, but I think part of this, I need to find a game that I really want to, like, focus on, and then try and find friends in that game. I think all of this is kind of to find friends. I'm not sure. That sounds so much worse because, again, it's like an isolation thing, and you can't be, like, desperately seeking friends. It's not like I'm desperately seeking friends. I just want people to, like, hang out with that like to do the same things as me. Being insane sucks. Yeah, just being insane sucks. I never know what's going on. Sometimes I always feel like I'm like trapped and lost in my own mind. Thankfully, I can hold down my job and continue on, continue writing. I always feel like I'm like right there at the precipice of like something great, but I never know what it is. Potatoes. Yeah, it's potatoes. So yeah, have a good one.